Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a methodical, nose-to-tail spatial journey through the Bombardier Q400 to completely master its ATA-26 fire protection system. I absolutely love breaking down these intricate aircraft systems, and honestly, taking this spatial approach is going to make mastering this complex system completely effortless. Let's get right into it. Okay, here's our game plan. We're going to anchor ourselves in the flight compartment first, then we'll step outside to the engine fire protection systems. After that, we'll head back through the baggage and cargo compartments, pop into the passenger lavatory, and finally wrap the whole thing up with the portable fire extinguishers.
All right, Section 1, Cockpit Controls and Indications. Let's look at the fire protection panel.
So our journey starts right up front on the flight deck at the fire protection and caution/warning panels. Now, the absolute most crucial thing here isn't just what is indicated, but what isn't. You've got your engines, APU, baggage compartments, and even the optional cargo compartment showing up right here. But check out this critical exception. Lavatory smoke detection is only indicated back in the passenger cabin. There is literally zero indication of lavatory smoke up on the flight deck. You're definitely going to want to keep that in the back of your mind as we move through the aircraft.
Moving on to Section 2, let's check out the engine fire protection systems, specifically nacelle detection and extinguishing.
Okay, let's step outside to the engine nacelles. The Q400 uses 3 advanced pneumatic detectors, or APDs, per nacelle. You'll find them in the main wheel well, the leading edge zone, and the primary engine zone. Think of them as basically just sensor tubes filled with helium gas. They monitor temperature-driven pressure changes. It's super clever, really. If heat causes that gas to expand and the pressure spikes, an alarm switch closes, signaling a fire or overheat. But, and here's the smart part, if a tube physically breaks and loses pressure, an integrity switch catches that drop and instantly triggers a fault light. So it's a highly reliable, dual-purpose design. Now, you absolutely must memorize the exact testing sequence for this. Picture the Q400's center console fire protection panel in your mind's eye. Step 1, you toggle the test detection switch to engine 1. Once you do, the panel lights up. Step 2, you're looking for the master warning, check fire detect, and pull fuel/hydro off lights to turn on. Step 3, observe that the fault A and B plus the engine fire lights are flashing, and you're going to hear that warning tone too. Finally, step 4, to reset the whole thing, just push the pilot's engine fire light. An incredibly easy memory aid for this is all lights, tone, reset. You see the lights, you hear the tone, then you push to reset and silence the system. So what happens if there's actually an engine fire? Well, the extinguishing sequence is incredibly strict. Step 1, fire is detected, meaning the gas expands in the APD and the alarm signals the control amplifier. Step 2, your immediate reaction is to reach for the flight deck panel and pull that red pull fuel/hide off T-handle. This action physically closes the fuel and hydraulic valves and arms the forward and aft bottle squibs. Step 3, you select the EXTG switch to either FSETI-U or AFT. And step 4, that triggers an electroexplosive device which ruptures the burst disc, discharging halon right into the engine zones. Your memory trick here? Pull to arm, push to blast. Pull the handle to arm everything, push the switch to blast it with halon. All right, Section 3 takes us to baggage compartment fire protection. Let's compare the forward versus aft systems. Traveling back inside the fuselage, we're looking at the baggage holds. Now, quick side note, on certain post-mod aircraft, the forward baggage compartment and its high-rate bottle have actually been totally removed. But if you're in a pre-mod setup, the forward baggage system uses just one single smoke detector. If you push the EXTG switch, it discharges both the high-rate discharge, the HRD, and the low-rate discharge, the LRD bottle simultaneously. The aft baggage system, on the other hand, is different. It's got 2 smoke detectors, one front and one rear. When you push EXTG back there, it discharges the HRD bottle immediately, but that LRD bottle, it holds off for a very specific 7-minute delay. Let's walk through that exact aft baggage fire procedure. Imagine looking into the Q400's aft baggage compartment and seeing it fill with smoke. Step 1, smoke is detected by one or both of those aft detectors. Step 2, the inlet and outlet vent valves automatically seal shut to choke off the airflow. Step 3, the fire bottle aft arm light illuminates amber. Step 4, you push the smoke/XGT switch to instantly fire the HRD bottle. And step 5, that LRD bottle automatically discharges exactly 7 minutes later to keep the fire suppressed. To remember this, just think, shut, shoot, wait 7. The valve shut, you shoot the HRD, and you wait 7 minutes for the LRD. moving into Section 4, Cargo Compartment Smoke Systems. We're looking at the extra capacity configuration here. Let's see how this builds in that optional cargo compartment setup. This area steps it up with 4 smoke detectors evenly spaced out along the ceiling. And here's the deal. If even one of those 4 detectors senses smoke, the control amplifier immediately cuts power to the vent valves, forcing them closed. When that happens, you'll see a very specific sequence of lights. You get the red smoke switch light, the white XTG switch light, the amber arm lights for the HRD and LRD bottles, and finally the white lights confirming all 4 vent valves are safely closed. Now, mapping out the chronological delays for this cargo suppression is absolutely critical. Picture a timeline graphic showing 6 discharge nozzles flooding the cargo space with halon. At 0 minutes, you push EXTG. Instantly, the HRD and LRD1 bottles discharge, and the LRD1 arm light goes out. Fast forward exactly 7 minutes, and the LRD2 bottle discharges automatically. The HRD/LRD2 arm goes out, and the HRD low light comes on. Then you won't see the LRD1 and LRD2 low pressure lights pop on until roughly 3 hours have passed. So your memory aid here is 1 now, 2 at 7, low at 3. LRD1 fires now, LRD2 fires at 7 minutes, and the low pressure lights show up at the 3-hour mark. All right, Section 5 is lavatory fire protection, which relies on autonomous suppression. Stepping back into the passenger cabin to the lavatory. Remember that crucial point from our very first panel check? If smoke is detected here, the flight deck sees absolutely nothing. It's restricted entirely to the cabin. All the cabin repeater lights illuminate, a red LED on the smoke detector itself turns on, an audio alert sounds right from a unit, and a single audible chime brings through the PA system. The flight crew is literally flying blind to this unless the cabin crew notifies them. So how does it put out a fire without any electrical input from the crew? Let's visualize this autonomous potty bottle inside the lavatory waste bin. Step 1. A fire occurs in the waste bin. Step 2. The temperature at the fire container's end caps naturally rises to 79 degrees Celsius. That's 174 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 3. At that exact temperature, the fusible seals physically melt. Step 4. Those end caps release, instantly discharging the Halon 1301 or FM200 agent directly into the bin. Your memory link here is easy. 79 is on the line. At exactly 79 degrees, the seal melts and stops that fire dead in its tracks. And finally, Section 6. Portable fire extinguishers located in the flight compartment and cabin areas. We're wrapping up our spatial journey by checking out the portable units. Depending on how your aircraft is configured, you'll see one of 2 setups. The standard setup gives you 4 Halon 1211 units. That's 1 up front, 3 in the back. They hold 1.4 kilograms and are super effective on electrical, oil, and fuel fires. But if you have the optional HFC 236FA clean agent setup, you'll have 3 units, 1 up front, 2 in the back. These guys hold 2.2 kilograms. They actually discharge as a liquid that flashes into a gas, which makes them incredibly safe for delicate electronics because they won't cause thermal shock damage. But before I wrap up, I'm going to leave you with this absolutely critical safety question straight from the manuals. What is the mandatory crew action before discharging a portable extinguisher in the Q400 flight compartment? Well, if a fire ever forces you to set off a portable unit in that enclosed flight deck, did you remember that all crew members must first don their oxygen masks and set them to the emergency position? That means 100% oxygen at positive pressure. It is a vital, non-negotiable limitation to make sure the crew survives the smoke and the suppressant while fighting the fire. And that brings our methodical breakdown of ATA 26 to a close. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer today, and keep building that structured understanding. We'll catch you next time.